Thank you and good morning once again. I think we couldn't have had a better opening address than what we just heard. Professor Sitaram has probably placed the most apt context for this discussion of the higher education track. Thank you, sir, for that. My distinguished fellow panelists and all the dignitaries of the dais, I once again welcome all of you to this track and thank you, ET, for bringing us all together at a time when we are probably trying to make sense of all the sweeping changes which Professor Sitaram just mentioned. And on the other hand, the changing aspirations of our primary audience, which is students, which is, probably keeping all of us on toes who are all here. I represent a group called AISECT. We are one of India's leading social enterprises working in skills, higher ed, and financial services. The AISECT group of universities have established 6 universities, mostly at tier 2 locations, and we serve thousands of students from underprivileged rural sections of the society. We are one of the unique organizations which understand and are deeply entrenched both in skills as well as in higher education ecosystem. And we could comprehend the convergence, the ethos, the spirit of bringing the formal and the informal education together, which was enunciated in the new education policy. Our older universities are ranked at NIRF. We are NAC accredited. We also run one of the best Atal incubation centers in the central India, having incubated 80 startups from Bhopal, Indore, Jabalpur, and the cities there. I represent the most recent university of the group, the Scope Global Skills University. We are a young university, not even 2 years old, and I'm here hungry to learn from the experiences of all of you. And my standing here in no way means that we figured it all. Probably I'm at the beginning of the learning curve and trying to make sense of the rapidly changing education sector as all of you. I think most of the policy level changes which impact all of us directly and indirectly have been mentioned by the AICT chairman. So moving ahead from that, I would probably give an alternate view from a practitioner's point of view. We just heard the view from a policymaker. I would like to bring out and share some of the experiences of how we are trying to make sense of this, and particularly in line with the theme of adopting AI. In this, it may resonate with some of you, and it may also involve learning from most of you in your experiences. So when Mr. Sundar Pichai says that AI is the new electricity, I think he means business. And it also forces all of us to sit up and take notice of how we are trying to make sense of this foundational force which is reshaping all the industry sectors at a personal and professional level. The other thing which also means for all of us is how do we move the needle from passive AI adoption to really becoming an AI first institution? I think that is the challenge which all of us are trying to figure out in our own ways, and not just talking about AI, tinkering with AI, playing with the AI tools, to really adopting AI in the entire value chain, right from the counseling to curriculum to internships to apprenticeships to placements and even beyond. And that not just means students, it also means equally, if not more, the administrators, the leaders, and the faculty, which are all there in the institutions. So in the next 5 minutes or so, with 7 points which we're trying to do and which we have found useful in this journey, I would quickly share and then wrap it up. The first thing, I think, taking a leaf from the opening address, is all the building blocks which are available with us in the form of NEP, NHEQF, NSQF, and the curriculum framework. I think the entire flexibility of redrawing the curriculum, borrowing the qualification packs, getting the micro credentials, getting the smaller duration courses as part of the curriculum or beyond the value add programs is something which we have found very exciting. It is very creative also, in the sense that now with all these enabling frameworks, you have the power of drawing the most ideal curriculum, and this is what we're trying to do in our university in most of the departments which we have started functioning. So the first point is making the best utilization of the building blocks and the frameworks which are available, and this has been fruitful to some extent for us. The second point, taking this ahead with the advent of AI and future skills, is literally seeing how each student of our institution can end up with not just the degree, but the required skills and the global certifications, which play a big role in the placement and the employability of the students. So literally, we're trying to see how each student can end up with minimum 6 global certifications at the end of their course, and literally 1 certification per semester. It doesn't matter if he's an engineering or an agri, if he's humanities or a science graduate. So the mapping of the required global certifications and getting the right trainers to deliver that is something which is powerful, is something which is also aspirational today for the youth and is seemingly working well. So the second point is literally embedding of the skills in the right manner and global certifications for the students. The third point I would like to mention is the transformative power of this technology and AI in the delivery of education and the development of content. We have established state-of-the-art studios within our group universities, and now with the AI tools for rapid content translation, for rapid video production, for creating avatars, we are seeing a tremendous amount of interest and energy from our faculty members in creating content. And now we have a dedicated centralized pool of e-learning team which is trying to create content for all our group learners. And by doing that, we have also discovered that there is a lot of interest from outside schools, from colleges which are within our periphery, to really come and take an experience and make sense of the kind of content which is possible today to generate quickly at a fraction of a cost utilizing AI. So the edtech possibility of AI adoption and rapid content translation, rapid content generation is something which is directly a use case of AI. Fourth, taking this further ahead, we have established a Center of Industrial Training and Skill Development, which is equal to any other department or faculty, and there is a proper HOD, there is a proper dean, and we treat this center as equal and even more important than the other departments which are functioning. So short-term skilling programs, diploma level skilling programs, upskilling programs for the outside learners is something which is seeing good traction. We have already delivered 50 plus workshops for schools, for colleges, for government institutions on 2 to 3 hour AI immersion for the learners who are very interested in discovering this for themselves, but don't have the right or the most cost effective manner of discovering this. So our institution literally has become one of the go-to organizations for anybody who wants to have the first experience of AI immersion for their learners. I think this is a great outreach mechanism, and also integrating with the local community pathway which AI has enabled us to do. So this center for AI is something which is working well. At the next level, AI and the other technologies have fostered and have accelerated a lot of international collaborations. We're right now borrowing a lot of nano credentials from Germany, from the other institutions in other countries. And literally going beyond these credentials, there is also an international pathway which emerges from these collaborations. So this is again something which is brought to us only by the advent of AI. And now, apart from our faculty, apart from the local industry experts, we also have these members who are delivering these courses. I think that was a reminder. I'll wrap it up by saying that the final block, which we are very careful about, is engaging with the local industry clusters also. I think a lot of times in terms of onboarding national level partners, we forget the local industry clusters which are within our arm's length. We are working with the local industry clusters to have integrated programs on AI and on future skills with assured internships and assured placements right at the next door, probably within 5 kilometer reach of our university. So these were some of the experiences I thought would be pertinent to share here. I am available and I would like to interact and learn from each of you. Once again, thank you, ET, for bringing us together. The opportunity is here. Let's see how we rise up to the AI challenge.